Now then, so bonjour everyone. My name is Karim Yangane. I'm a core strength specialist and a natural health consultant. This is week 3. So the first week we had some movement. The second week we spoke a bit of about everything actually, movement and probably a bit of nutrition. First of all, I will apologize for last week because I had my phone going off 3 times, which is like insane. It never happened. So this time I just put it away. And also I'd like to start with a recap of what we've been doing. So the movement, because I've been asked what were the recapitulative of the movement at the end of the session. And what I would like us to do, first of all, is we've been sitting way too long already. So we're going to rise up. We're going to have a quick move around. You know, we need to have like this candy pop off the grill. And we're just going to have the body activity just a little bit. So come with me. Here we are. So what we will do first and foremost is we're going to bring your hip forward. So not the bum out, the bum in, and you're going to squeeze your bum. This is essential because you've been sitting on your bum all day long and your hamstrings, and you need to clench them, you need to engage them again, not to lose the function of it. So you need to squeeze your bum, and now you need to squeeze your core. So you're going to empty your lungs, and you're going to squeeze your core. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you relax. Ready? Squeeze again. Palm, squeeze, and squeeze the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We relax. Bring the hips in again. Squeeze the bum, engage the core. Bring your shoulders back, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We relax, and you give me one more time, ready? Bring the hips forward, squeeze the core, shoulders back, neck up, and we squeeze as hard as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we relax. Nobody is supposed to feel the core, is supposed to feel the bum as well. What we will want you to do now is to check the body. You're going to shake this body, and what I will want you to do now is look at my bad leg. You're going to twist. You're going to twist, 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 and twist. And this is going to free your body. Please, can you mute? Can you all mute, please? Because otherwise we will hear everybody. The nose unmuted, super. Now what I want you to do is this. Have the feet apart. Not too big, not too small. Just hip width. And what I want you to do is push the bum back, lower, coming down with chest up. Round back is a no. Chest up, straight back is a yes. And you're going to feel a stretch on your hamstrings. And this is exactly what we want because they are dead tight and we want to free them. Exactly. To come back up, you bring your hips forward. It's the hips that are coming back up to avoid the strains on your back. Ready? Bum out, chest up. You lean forward again with a straight back as much as you can. Round back is a big no. And you're there. And now all I want you to do is not how low you can go, it's how well you can feel the stretch on your hamstrings. Now, if you can, you have a round back, hand on the ground. If you can, if you cannot, it doesn't matter. You have your hand on the back, on your hand on the ground. And if you can, you're going to bring your bum, not your chest, side to side. To release the hamstring, one hamstring after the other. You're going to bend your knee now, keeping your hands on the ground, and you're going to press your heel down to come back up. And bring your hips up forward and then come back up. All the way up, standing up, 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 and strong. Exactly. And squeeze the bum as you're up, and squeeze the core. And you stay there for last 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1, and you relax. You're going to shake this body again. Shake, 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 shake. What we want you to do now is to bring your shoulder blades together. So bring your shoulders back. Exactly. Now, guess what? I want you to bring your hips forward and squeeze the bum. And now I want you to open your palms facing forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, and I want you to have full range of movement. Bring your arms up, keeping the connection with your shoulder blades. And squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum. Yes, yes, yes. Keep the shoulder blades. It's not easy. That is normal. Keep the shoulder blades together. At some point you might be here, that's fine. We're just progressing. Keep the shoulder blades together and we're going down. Keep them. Bring your arms back. Squeeze the bum even more. Yes, yes, nicely and gently. And down. Keep the bum squeezed. Keep the bum squeezed. Right arm comes forward straight and try not to turn. Try to stay up and you twist. And you go around. Exactly. And you notice the range of movement. All the way. Super. Ready? The other way around. The other side. Down. Because now what we want to do is to reestablish full range of movement. Round. The other side. And now we're having both together. Keep the bum squeeze. Remember, both arms up. And you come down. You're going to feel some back activation. Now you can relax the bum muscle, and you can feel you've been activating quite well. Now you're going to twist. Remember, we're going to twist, 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 and twist. Now the next movement I want to show you is this one. You have your chair. You might want to squat, but not as much. What we want to do is reactivate and stretch the hip flexors and get used to standing up. So now, can you all mute yourself, please? Because there's lots of noise going on. Can you please all mute yourself? That would be super. Mute yourself, you mute yourself. Super. So now what I want you to do is this. You will have your feet parallel. All right, not too loud, not too far away, not too close. And what we want to do is this. Imagine the seat is very hot, that's why it's red. You're going to touch belly and come back with your hips forward and squeeze the bum because we really want to reactivate your glutes. Otherwise, your hamstring won't work, you might have some cramps, and you're losing the muscles. And we can't lose the muscle, otherwise you will come back to your lower back. Ready? So you're going to touch, you see, and gently up, but it's not pushing all the way down. It's barely touching, and you come back with the hips forward and squeeze. Now we're reactivating the natural movement, the hinge, and squeeze, and gently down, and never ever the round back. Chest up, press your heel on the ground to come back up, bring your hips forward, squeeze. Give me 3 more. We're going to touch down, barely touch down. Squeeze up. Nicely and gently touch down. And if you notice, I can remove my chair. And gently squeeze up. 2 to go. Squeeze the bum, ready? Nicely touch down. Bring your hips forward. Press your heel on the ground. Squeeze up. You give me 1 more. Nicely touch down. And you come back nicely, squeezing up. You're going to shake these legs. Each time you're doing an exercise, I want you to twist with a straight leg, straight back, because we want to reestablish your spine mobility, flexibility. We need that. This, this, and this. Super. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sit down. We just stretch our hamstrings and everything. But what I want us to do is, do you remember when we have the neck coming forward? This is a big problem, isn't it? And we might have, they start to develop a fatty part. So what we want to do now is bringing your shoulders back. So the shoulder blades comes together. And what you want to do is not bringing your head forward. You want to have it neutral. And with the shoulder blades together, try to work already and shorten your back muscle. This is going to open your chest. And now what you want to do is this. Bringing, it's like having a horizontal, lateral rack, train rack, you know? It's like, it's not this, is shoulder blades back, your head normal, and bring it back. And it's very likely that you're going to feel all these parts of your back being activated, and you will feel it around this neck area. And that is great if you have it. So here, shoulder blades together. Now we're working on your posture as well. And please stay away from the back of your chair. We're not here and doing this. One more thing is to remember this one. If you have it, please use it. That will force you as well to stay straight. But at some point, you won't need it. So here, shoulder blades together, and bring your head slightly back, horizontal. No more, bring it back. And you're going to feel, each time you're doing this, you're going to feel your back muscle, the top of your back, being activated around the shoulder blades all together. That's the one I wanted to recap. All right, please remember this one. We need to save the curve of your back, the S shape of your back. We need to save it. Because when you're like this, round back, C shape, you literally create some tension. And we just don't want that. That's why we have back pain. And the worst is when you have back pain, we tend to go even further, making the matter worse. This, depending on your side and your back, you're going to be able to adjust it and keep it straight. Okay? Super. So that was a little move. On next week, we will be on the ground, and I will show you simple movement to activate your core, because at the end of the day, this is very important. So now we can all sit down, we can all focus. We're ready? All right, so today, what I would love to speak about is this component that are more important than exercising. Many people, as I can see, we're rushing to the gym or doing different exercises, thinking that this is what's going to make us fit. I might be a bit controversial, and I'm absolutely fine with that. That's what I'm believing, and I've been practicing for such a long time with so many people, and to be honest, I'm living it. So I will, exercise is not the first thing you need to do. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, I said, please do not run if you want to get fit. And explain to you why actually now is when you go for a run and you haven't been exercising for a long time and you have extra weight and your body is not used to, what you're creating is stress within your body. You have like a bad form when you're running and you're creating a very bad habit. So you're going to run with bent knees, and then you're going to feel your ankle will be weak. You're going to have knee pain, you're going to have back pain, because you're asking your body to go from A to Z. And this is not what's happening. Second, to be healthy is not from the outside in, it's from the inside out. And it's 5 pillars for you to be healthy first. And so there's how you eat is very important. How you drink, how you sleep, how you think, and how you move. These 5 are essential. It's a bit like a car. You can have a Ferrari, nice engine and everything, but if you don't have wheels, there's no point. It's like you can have a Ferrari with everything inside, but if you do not have a good engine, what's the point of a Ferrari? You are a Ferrari. So let's speak about eating first. Eating, we're going to say, as you know already, avoid the processed food. This is not natural to have a product on the shelf that can last a month. I mean, if you were to cook some real food and you leave it even in the fridge, it wouldn't last more than 3 or 4 days. So now let's give you an idea of what they put in this item for it to last longer. The second thing I want to mention is we are all chemicals. We have hormones, we have everything. The thing is, when we're eating all this processed food, which has lots of chemicals, this interacts with our body chemicals as well. And most of the time, the result is not great. It creates an issue. There's no osmosis. There's no synergy. And that is create like issues we didn't have initially, such as weight, such like stress, lack of energy. Do you know that your serotonin, your happy hormone, is coming from your guts? 90 to 95% doesn't come from your head, it comes from your guts. And the guts needs to be healthy. The thing is, when we feed it with processed food, with sugar, which is as addictive as cocaine, and also it fights cancer. And give you a full sense of high, but you're actually really high. So we need to cut those things, and those things damage your microbiome, so your gut bacteria. Also, antibiotics. It's the effects like having an atomic bomb within our within our microbiome. This destroys everything. So what you will need to do is to have probiotics, such as you can get some probiotic, maybe not in the shop, Actimel and all that kind of thing. No, you have this, I don't know how you call this, you have some kombucha, which is great. You have different things like sour, I can't even know how you pronounce this thing. It's things that you put in the vinegar, and then you can you keep it in a jar, and you can eat it later. I'm struggling with this word, so I'm not gonna use it. So you need to look after your microbiome. It's essential. Otherwise, it will never happen for you, and you will never lose the weight, and you'll never be happy, because your mindset, your health, mental health, literally depends not just what's inside, but what is in there. So that's one thing. So this second, another thing is when we eat, we tend to eat very quickly because we don't have time. And we tend to eat in 10 minutes. What happens is when you eat in 10 minutes, you just shovel things in your mouth. And what happens is you bring in a lot of air, and you might feel bloated at the end of it. And that's normal because there's a lot of air that can in. Also, you're stressing out your body because there is nothing really absorbed. Do you know that your digestive system doesn't start from your digestive system, it starts from your mouth. So you're breaking down everything first, and you're supposed to chew quite a lot, actually. What I'd like you to have as an exercise is it's going to take time, all right? Maybe 20 minutes to eat compared to your 10 minutes, but you'll be saving so much time. I explain to you in a minute. So you will be eating, you will be closing your mouth, your eyes, and what I want you to do is just focus on the game with you chewing and what your tongue does. It's so agile. It managed to go through the teeth without being bitten. And everything in the house moves. But also when you chew and you close your eyes, you can feel the texture, you can feel the taste, you can feel what your mouth is doing. Now is mindfulness. Now you're reducing the stress and getting back to yourself. But also what you're doing is breaking down all these nutrients, and you start to digest and you have everything from your mouth. And you have the purest form of the nutrients from your mouth, and you're going to see it will automatically swallow. You don't need to do any effort. Your body will tell you, and it will swallow. And what will happen is doing this, you will save, maybe you'll spend twice as much eating, so 20 minutes, but rather than taking 2 hours or 3 hours to digest the same meal, you will almost digest it instantly because it's broken down in so many pieces. All the nutrients are being absorbed, but also it goes down. That means that the digestive system doesn't have to work that much, really. Like maybe not even half of its capacity. And the beautiful thing about it is your bowel movement will also work better because you don't have like chunks of things trying to push out. It will automatically do it. And because you've been chewing, the saliva as well helps to bring it down. So all of it saves you so much time, and you'll be digesting in little time. And you won't have this energy slump anymore because you're still energetic. But please focus on your vegetables. The meat is hard to digest. Just like the milk, animal products are difficult to digest for the body. And the other thing, the other aspect of animal product or protein is it creates acidity within your body. And your pH is the acidity within your body. It comes from 0 to 14. And the thing is, you need to go around 7.3. Anyway, the thing with that is when you're eating meat, your acidity rises, your body gets more acidic. And to reduce this acidity within your body is so clever. It will reduce the acidity by taking phosphorus calcium. The phosphor is in your bones and the calcium as well. That means that you have to take away from your bone the phosphorus to reduce the acidity created by what you've been eating, the animal protein, and you're going to peel away the calcium that you desperately need to have strong bones. And then we understand why there's so many cases of osteoporosis, because the bones getting weaker. We're spending less time outside. We're lacking magnesium. We're lacking calcium. But also we're reducing our ability to absorb everything because of the animal protein. Please do your own research on it. It's very important. Also, do you know that chicken is the first cancerogen? So this is the first, you get more cancer from chicken than you get from alcohol or tobacco. And we all think, oh, but this is my white meat, it's healthy. It used to be good. But now if you have a chicken that's been from a baby chick and to grown up in like 3 to 4 weeks, there's an issue, because normally it will take 9 months, 10 months, maybe a year. So you can see, and also they've been injected by antibiotics, which means that now we are antibiotic resistant, which means that when we have an issue going to the doctor, he will give us antibiotics that won't work. So please, plant-based diet, that will be a great alternative. Yes, we can have organic chicken. Yes, you can have like a grass-fed cow. You can go on like organic, absolutely. But please focus on this and give yourself a break and your body a break, and stop paying away everything you need to have strong bone now and later. Okay, now let's move to the second part, which is drinking. If you do not drink, you're just not going to be effective at all. So you will feel like you're exhausted. You have craving when you're hungry. So often we get confused between hunger and thirst, because this is the same feeling. But because we're dehydrated, we start to eat. We are, as I said, we get tired. And the problem with that as well is we tend to drink coffee. Coffee is a diuretic. So if you drink coffee to get energy up, you're paying away your water out, which creates even more tiredness, creates more the issue. So before you drink a coffee, please, first thing in the morning is rinse your mouth, because your microbiome, everything's, all the bad bacteria been collected around your mouth during the night. So you want to rinse your mouth and spit it out. You don't want to get it back in. Then you're going to have a big glass of water. You might think that's quite a lot, but no worry, because your body is so thirsty, and overnight it's been sweating. Now you need to reestablish the balance of your water. And also this allows you to have like such a good start of the day, because now you are hydrated and you feel you have more clarity, you're sharper, you're feeling better in your head, you're not so foggy and so exhausted. That's the one. Second, just like Mother Nature, we are 60 to 70% water, just Mother Earth. So we are mostly made out of water. Your blood is around 83% of water. It's huge. Also, you need water to sweat out toxins. Otherwise, you're going to collect them all over your body. And now it's going to create an adipose tissue, a fat, but it's nasty fat. This is the kind of fat that collects all the thing you couldn't flush, you didn't have the opportunity to flush, which creates diseases, and it will go into the bloodstream. So that is very important to drink water. Also, you need it to build muscles, because muscles, if you don't drink, it just gets dry. And the supple and stretchable muscle needs to have some water in it. It's very well hydrated. It regenerates your cells as well. So you're slowing down the aging process of your body by drinking water. The collagen, you can see your skin is glowing. You can see your hair is getting better. You're feeling more energized, but also reduces stress. If your body doesn't have what it needs, then it will be stressed. If you run for too long, you will be stressed. If you don't run at all, you will be stressed. If you do too many things, you will stress. If you think too many bad things, you will stress. If you don't drink water, if you don't eat properly, if you don't sleep enough, you will get stressed. And stress creates cortisol. And cortisol will lower your immune system, and you're more inclined to get any bugs happening around. But time two, times three, way more than you used to be able to handle. So please drink water, improve your immune system and your focus. The fourth thing is moving, and that is true. We need to move. Sitting down for hours on end is just not natural. So please, like the little thing we did earlier, it's not much, but you've been activating your glutes, you've been activating your quad, you've been activating your core by twisting. You gave movement, so now you have rotation of your spine. You see, your arms have full motion, your neck can move. You know, that's essential to move. Also, it helps for mental health. When we're getting stressed, if you go and walk for 5, 10 minutes, you come back, you're going to see you feel you're a different person. But also in terms of bones, because I'm very worried about our society the way it is, because we're spending so much sitting down. And if we're losing muscle mass, you're losing also bone density. And what is happening is, without muscle and bone density, we have no strength and we're losing balance. And when we're losing balance, which is kind of sarcopenia, then you break. And once you break, you're done because you can't recover, because your body is too deficient about everything. So what we want to prevent is, one, the fall, the injuries. So by moving, you give your body resilience. By doing resistance training, I'm not speaking about weight yet, because if you can deal with your own body, you won't be, there's no point to put 50 kilograms in your back. Just a little tip, most of people, I will say maybe 90% of the people who are doing squat with barbell on their back will end up with back pain, because it stacks up the vertebra. And it's not normal to do things like that. So try to do with body weight and not just squat up and down and push-ups. I mean, literally mobility. You have to be able to move like when you were 10. And you need to rebuild the trust you have in your body. And the only way to do it is by doing it. It's not thinking about it. If you want to win the lottery, it's not by looking on the TV, it's by playing, it's by doing. And it's exactly the same thing. So we need to build strong muscle. We want to be future-proof. It also helps for the mind-body connection. When you're doing with your own body, then you have a sense of yourself. You can see if it feels right, if it doesn't feel right, what you can do to improve the posture, what you can do to improve the position, your endurance, by activating different parts of your body, different muscles that haven't been activated or acknowledged for so long. The body is an amazing tool. It's a symphony of energy, of muscle together, is everything together. You avoid injury, and also it will reduce the impact of your heart. Your heart needs different things, in its strength, in its endurance, in its mobility, flexibility. It needs so many things. And that's why we need to provide. But most of all is having a sense of self and rebuilding trust and knowing that if you want to do something, you can do it. But remember, you're not 10, okay? We're going towards a journey. Start slow. You don't have to kill yourself like this is the 1st of January. Start very slow. What would you do to make it happen? The last one is the mindset. And the mindset is how you think. And I want to share something with you is, I love this concept actually. There's a concept where, we have lots of negative thoughts or self-doubt, self-esteem issues and things that keeps running in our head, what we've done in the past, what might happen in the future. But really what we have is now. And it's easy to say. It's not easy to apply, just to be now. That's why when I say, chew slowly, close your eyes. Now you're now. Because if you lose in your focus, you will bite your tongue. So be now. Meditation is great. Exercise, body weight is great. But as I was saying, this idea of having the brain, so the brain got his right side, which is content, which is peaceful, and the left side, which is the word we have. So we have to be present, the ego, the thing we have to do, the story we keep saying to ourselves, and things like this. So the idea, and I hope it will be useful, is I want you to close your eyes and to bring your attention on the left part of your brain. And you're going to listen to it. It might tell you, I want to eat breakfast. I want some toast. Oh, it's great outside. Oh, I didn't iron my things. Now I want you to shift your attention to the right side of your brain. And I want you to see the light. I want to feel the peace in there. You can feel the love, the self-love in there. Now what I want you to do is to observe both sides, stepping back a little bit and observe, look at your right side, you look at your left side. Do you know what you just done? You're just being present and you are the observer. You can see your left side, you can see your right side. Now you can make sound decision, not being overactive, reactive about something, and you're not completely zen. You can bring both together, but you need to observe what you're doing and how you feel. And once you feel too agitated from one side, you don't want to bring the left side to the right side because it will spoil it. But the right side is infinity, and you can bring to the left side to lower down, to dilute a little bit your left side and have a sense of quietness, of calm, and reduce the stress because we're all so stressed. We're sitting down for hours, we have so many things to do, the deadline, the kids, the partner, what you want to do, all these things. You need to quiet down. This will reduce the level of cortisol, which means you won't develop the unused energy, which is the fat. You will reduce this. You're going to eat slowly. You're going to drink a bit more. Like just 3 cups of water in the morning. So you already, first thing in the morning, 1 glass of water. You just have 2 more glasses to drink. You don't drink before. You don't drink before half an hour before your meal. You don't drink half an hour after your meal, and you won't need to drink because the fact that you chew so slowly, you actually hydrated yourself with your saliva. So you're going to have the sense of, oh, it doesn't even feel like I've been eating, but I'm not thirsty. And by not diluting your gastric juice, so the acidity in your stomach, you're going to let your stomach, like in its pure form of acidity, and break it down even better. And the bowel movement is going to be perfect. And you're going to be standing straight with this. So that means that it will even be better. And because you're straight, you're going to breathe better. And you need to breathe to relax. When you smoke a cigarette, it's not the cigarette that makes you quiet down. It's literally the action of breathing in and breathing out. You need to have small goal setting, something nice and gentle. What did you love to do when you were 10 years old? Try to implement it in your life. Just a simple thing, maybe a drawing, maybe in singing, dancing, doing some movement. That's very important. The last thing I'd like to speak to you about is I'd like you to question, is your health right now, and I really mean it, is your health right now, is it an asset to what you want to do, to the way you want to live your life? Or is it a liability? That means that you can't do everything, you're feeling exhausted, that you'd love to be able to go and dance and play with the kids or with the dog and being able to walk with friends and being active and just feeling this vitality because youth is always here. It's always here, but the thing is you have to feed the kids. You can't let it stop. You have to feed the kids with the things that he loves. And this is when you bring this energy. Yes, we have to be working. Yes, we have bills to pay as well. We have responsibility. But your first responsibility is to keep yourself in check because your health is your wealth, yes, but your health doesn't belong to you only. It belongs to the person who loves you. Because if you're not healthy, if you're unwell, that makes people around you miserable. The knock-on effect of it is huge. But when you're feeling well, you're giving everything to people, you have more to give. And then it's going to spread. Your health is your responsibility for you, but for the world around you as well. And the last thing I really want, another thing is, I'd like to ask you is, do you know 3 things that you know that doesn't take you to make your life an asset, doesn't take you where you want to go? And it's quite easy to give up chocolate. And you don't even have to give up chocolate. Just reduce the quantity of the thing you're eating. And I need you to question yourself, what are the 2 or 3 things you are willing to give up that actually makes you sick? Because health is this thing. Just to give up that thing that makes you sick. If you're unsure about what to eat, I will ask you to do something when you come back home. Open the cupboard and you remove everything that is a can, so processed food, sugary, how do you call that, cereals, everything that doesn't come out from the tree or that is not natural. I want you to put everything out and then have a look at your cupboard. You'll be shocked. And do you know the breakfast is not the most important meal in the day? And that's the thing I want to finish with is it is not the most important meal in a day. Kellogg's brought this thing up because like this you can buy cereals. The most important meal of the day is when you are genuinely hungry, not thirsty, when you are hungry. The most important meal of the day is when you're feeding yourself with the right nutrients. Vegetables, watch out the fruits, please, because your body doesn't care if it's like processed sugar or real sugar. It's just sugar, pure form. And we tend to have like smoothie, yes, you're having kind of Coke as form of a smoothie. Reduce the amount of sugar you have. You're supposed to have 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar for the whole day. And we end up with 20, 30, or 50 teaspoons of sugar, which is huge. Huge. So the most important meal of the day is the one when you're very hungry and you feed your body mindfully and you know what you're doing and you're excited to go toward this process rather than being scared and running away from diseases and unhealth. And you want to run toward happiness, like vitality, energy, youth, and all the best part of who you are. It has to be exciting, not scary, exciting. Okay, I got to stop now because otherwise it will be too late. But please pay attention. What are just the couple of things that are quite easy to reduce? I don't ask you to cut it away. Just reduce it and have a sense of self and make your life an asset, not a liability for you or for others. And it doesn't take long. Being unhealthy is 24 hours commitment because you're not doing anything. To be healthy is like an hour or 2 per day. Move for half an hour, cook nice meal. It's as fast as ordering a meal. You know, treat yourself with respect, give yourself love, and within a couple of weeks, you see a huge difference. Eat, drink, sleep, move, and think. That's the 5 pillars of your health. Thank you very much. I'm going to start now, finish on time. So for any question, please give me some feedback.
Karim, I was absent in the previous lessons because I was away. Is it possible to access the recordings?
Yes, if you ask Helen or Jenny, you might be able to access the previous recording.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed the lessons.
No, you know, we all have different things to do. It's not always up to us, really.
Yeah, I was away, and anyway, I'm back now, so it's good to be here.
Now, nice having you, and I hope it was useful, and I hope there's a few things that will help to implement and keep us going for the best from now on, really. But thank you for attending today. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karim.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You look well after yourself. For anything, please do not hesitate to contact me at coreexperience.co.uk or on my email info@coreexperience.uk, or ask Helen or Danny or Jenny, and they will give you my contacts. And if
can you put that in the chat? Can you write it in the chat, your contact? If you go to chat.
Oh, yeah, actually I can. Oh, cool. Thank you. So you can, here's my email, info@coreexperience.co.uk.
Okay.
And you will find my website at coreexperience.co.uk.
Great. Thanks.
Voilà.
Great. Thank you.
My pleasure. Next week, we will be a bit more physical, so please have your mat with you, a yoga mat, something comfortable to wear, some water, and we're literally not going to overdo things. We're going to activate your hamstrings because we're sitting on it, our glutes, and your core is essential to have the right posture and reduce this lower back pain. We can't have it anymore. And the tension around the shoulders and the neck. All right? If you have your video on, it's perfect, so at least I can help you with the form. If not, no worry about it. I will try to explain myself as clearly as possible. Voila. But thank you all of you for attending today. For anything, just let me know. Send you a virtual hug because there's social distancing. And I see you next week, okay?
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Thanks.
Thank you.